Well, in heaven, you can be a perfectionist in all things. Ultimately. But here, you can only be a perfection in something at the cost of other things that you're not attending to, because the resources that you have are devoted to the perfection that you're focusing on. I'm tempted to say the exception could well be that if you perfect, if you focus your attention or your heart, soul, mind and strength, your love with all your heart, soul, mind and strength on your Heavenly Dad, well, He is well able to put everything else appropriately right, and will do so. That is our hope. Why hope for less? This is a sort of rationality device, and I use it a lot, don't I? You know, if man, how much more God? Well, I mean, unless we're talking about if man's bad, how much, I mean, that would, you wouldn't apply it then, would you? Do you see? Oh, that gets me back to, doesn't it, one of my favourite books by a chap called Fish, F-I-S-H. The Problem with Principle. Our principles are going to be constrained by our heart, isn't it, really? That's not quite what he said, but he seems to say it in essence. That, you know, at the limit, we don't keep a principle, possibly because some other principle is more important and cuts across it, or possibly just because we've got this inner conviction that that can't be right, though. I'm not doing that, you know. I mean, you know, it's good never to speed on the road. Never? You mean in an emergency? I want the emergency vehicles to obey the rules? Oh, no. Well, we're going to have an exception there, aren't we? Of course, because, well, that's legal, and that's because we've got a greater priority. Do you see? The problem with principle. I believe in freedom of speech, but not hate speech. You mean I'm not free to have hate speech? Well, no, of course not. So you want to be very careful of a person who's either a perfectionist or a man of principle. He could be a bit of a nightmare. Thank you, Heavenly Dad.